For Jr., he will score easily off the Karen.
With guys that throw sinkers in the first couple of innings, they're vulnerable because the line, and Andrew Vaughn drives in his fourth of the year. Sox have the lead in the early going.
In third with one out. Infield will come in for Detroit, and the slider just does catch a piece.
You don't want to leave that run at third base. There's only one out. Luis scored, and now you got two runners in scoring position.
1-1 to Maton. Maton spent most of the season last year in the minor leagues with the Orioles, just 5 big league games. And there's 2 down.
Back-to-back changes, and he was out front.
20 pitches for Olsen here in this first, as Lenin Sosa steps in with 2 outs. Games for Lenin Sosa, batting under 240.
Moved over. He moved about 5 steps to hit away on that pitch.
0-2. And the changeup missing down for ball 1. Lenin Sosa, another start at second base as he calls time in the box.
Your position in the middle infield.
1-2. And it's fouled away.
2. That's what he would use here. He's been content to throw as much as he will have.
1 ball, 2 strikes here. The count to Sosa. On the ground is short. And Sweeney the long throw as the Sox leave runners at second. Today, got to be careful with those guys, followed by Torkelson, Keith Ibanez, Jake Rogers behind the dish, Sweeney at short, and Kreidler in center field. This one is hit hard by Justin Henry Malloy. And it's going to one-hop the left field fence. Benintendi gets it back in quickly. But
picked on a first pitch.
Well, this was the dude yesterday. Kerry Carpenter with 2 home runs. Did not get all of that one. The center field backing up is Robert. Will make the catch as Malloy, tagging from second, will go to third.
Backed it up. Then he had a 4-seamer, and he really distributed.
Riley Green goes down the left field line. Is it fair? Just goes foul as the Sox catch a break.
Home run hitter, and he got out in front knowing that with his strength.
Here to Riley Green. As that changeup missing outside, a 1-1. It just sounded different.
Well, I don't think necessarily it was trotted around the bags.
Good slider.
But this is where you really could use one.
Can go to. Here's his 3-2 on the ground to the right side, and it just passed the diving Vaughn at first. So the Tigers
driven in this year by their very.
Spencer Torkelson will take this one into left field.
As it turned out, for Joey, 4th run driven in, and Joey Cora says nope. Relay throw is. The Sox did it very well on both ends, and no sense getting a guy thrown out at the plate. So he's going to wave him home until he's forced to stop. And on the carom, he was so longtime third base coach and former White Sox coach Joey Cora.
It's already 3 hits with the first 4 hitters for the Tigers, 2 for the Sox.
And tell him, be careful on the first pitch. They're sitting on it. And that comes from they didn't let him get ahead.
There is that kick change. 2-1 pitch to Keith. Popped up shallow left. Benintendi coming in. He will make the grab, and all the strikeout total today. He had 2 strikeouts in his first start. The over-under.
Lately, the starters have not been going over. They've been almost exclusively to be struck out.
It's been Andy Ibanez. And the first 2 missing that slider in the dirt. Weak dribbler. Vargas, he's got to charge it. He barehands his. No, he doesn't throw, and the run will score.
It's a good pitch. It's out away from Ibanez. Beat it at first. The only thing you can do by throwing it is get yourself in trouble. So these run.
First inning. This is the catcher, Jake Rogers. Runner fakes the bluff at first and goes back to the bag. Nineteenth pitch in this first inning.
Better off just easing your way and having your momentum going towards second. Because
first. And now they check on him. The last two times he has had that.
First.
2-1. Lifted high in the air to left. Benintendi going back towards the wall, and he makes the grab.
Well, we told you that Rogers had some power. Fortunately, he didn't have just enough. But we've seen a lot of good at-bats from these guys, and hopefully that translates in.
It'll be Brooks Baldwin starting it off. Second ever career.
If you especially left field is not that easy. Right field a little easier because it's a short porch.
Outside corner, out number one in the second inning. This half inning is brought to you by Sinker dots that out between 5 catchers in spring training. And he said and Matt Theis has emerged as the primary catcher earlier.
The crowd.
(3-1). Lee. He said, growing up, idolized.
And also could play in the heat, in intense heat in Texas.
Flair center field, and Corey Lee will have a one-out single.
And we haven't seen a whole lot of them from Olson. That's his best.
Back in the starting lineup at short. Pounds this one into the ground. It's gloved at third by Ibanez. Got one at second. Wow, what a double play turn by the Tigers.
Still out here on the field, nothing much. Let's head into the clubhouse for some scoopage. Major baseball hit 113 miles an hour yesterday, just right into a mitt.
They're trying to start to find some holes.
One of the things he's been doing in the early going is taking a few to translate into performance.
First at bat for Trace. And he has turned into a star piece for this Tigers organization going forward.
They're going to find a place for him to play somewhere.
3 balls, 2 strikes the count to Sweeney to start this bottom of the second. 125 years of baseball with next level technology, competitive rates, and a
future. He had a couple of opportunities and another opportunity. He's an infielder, but he's playing center field these days.
Order, get 2 quick outs here in the second. It was fast. This is one of the big injuries so far for this Tigers team. And because of that injury, Justin Henry Malloy sent to Toledo. Then got the call about Ibanez sent out to Seattle.
That in the not too distant future they will go away. In 2018, and yet here he is, a mainstay in the rotation.
Davis Martin, his injuries have been well documented. Missed all of 2. Thought of that in the back of his mind. As this one is sent a long way to right field. And it is gone. In the last 2 days.
And twice hit the ball to right. He jumps on the first pitch. Short porch, that would have been out anyway.
This place is buzzing because Kerry Carpenter all of a sudden has found his swing. He's no let up in the lineup with Riley Green. Sawed him off, broken bat. And that'll do Babe Ruth for a stat. You know you are in good company. So Aaron Judge, 321 home runs in his first 1,000 games. And obviously that's as a Yankee. Babe Ruth in his first 1,000. For the record, he does not use one of those torpedo bats. which have become all the
ballpark, which is left center field. And he hits line drives to right field, and that's a short porch.
on the ground. Ibanez at third. And Vargas is retired. The Yankees come to Chicago August 28th through the 31st for a 4-game series.
We leave town after the game tomorrow, and the Yankees come in. And because they felt in the park, but they're playing 3 night games, and it's going to be below 40 degrees. Fun. The 440-foot home run is just enough.
Tigers team. It will be a fun series when the Yankees come to town. Swing and a miss on that changeup.
Olsen. Sox had him on the ropes in the first. They let him off, and then
Benintendi attacking the first one, slicing away from the center fielder, but Kreidler will run it down.
Here, he doesn't want to use a whole lot of pitches and hasn't had a spotless inning yet. So giving up 4 hits and 2 runs.
Cutter low inside corner, strike 2, 1-2 the count. 1-2 for Martin. Just off, about a ball outside. Torkelson, a shot into left field. A solo shot. And the Tigers lead it 5-1 here in the third.
He's very strong. That was not debatable as a #1 pick in the country. He's got all kinds of skills, and just now
Pitch that Davis Martin has thrown today.
you have some of those.
This offseason added the kick change and also the sinker.
In baseball comes to an end. The Dodgers win streak snapped at 8. Phillies got him. It was the best start by on a break. Everything's fine. And Jose Ramirez, man, is he good. Don't have to tell anybody in the AL Central that. I don't know, fellas. Jose
Team in a lot of different categories.
And we will see him soon after this.
The great thing about Ramirez, if you're a Guardian fan, was that he had his opportunity. We want you as the face of this organization. But if you don't sign the contract, I love to play in Cleveland and I'm going to sign it. And that kind of move, and not a lot of players.
Certainly known as a Cleveland guy. Sinker missing in, 2 balls and a. There's Maya just over his head at short.
Rogers gets ahead, just barely easing it over the head of Amaya, but now it loads him up. Ethan going out to the mound. Somebody will get up and start to throw.
Well, the bullpen certainly had to work yesterday because the starter, Jonathan Cannon, only effective getting ahead of hitters. He was hitting a lot of 2-strike counts, but he said he just wasn't able to finish guys off, and that's when his.
Undoubtedly 1 more arm, and you never know, maybe 2 more arms. So there should be some guys that are fresh. Innings, that was a big help. You see it right there, except for Wilson. Those guys will be ready to go today.
Nobody out. One, 2 for Martin. Changeup missing in. 2-2.
Got one in.
Sox with the infield in. There's the tapper. Vaughn charging, coming home with it, but he can't have a play.
No, it was going to have to be home. With the infield in and a little chopper, you got a pretty good idea that whoever's going to catch is. Will also kind of shaking hit.
Wanted to get the force at home. Infield stays in. Center fielder. And he did.
Big strikeout on a fastball just off the outside corner.
Okay. Doubled and scored in the first, walked and scored in the second. Popped up shallow right. Baldwin towards the line, makes the catch. He's going to throw home. Here's the play at the plate, offline. And a runner tagging goes to...
One thing the Tigers have been doing.
Running that first, but Olsen has settled in after that. It was Andrew. 2-0. And a 4-pitch walk to Vaughn to start this 4th inning.